YouTube video. Today, we'll be continuing where we left off. We gave belt to Bud to the Chiefs, and technically, we almost lost, but we're gonna forget about that. And let's beat the Bengals. Let's go. Let's go undefeated this time.
Tonight, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Burrow will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's Brown on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and that is incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. Prater's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, 4 down.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 10 carries, 71 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Meanwhile, Hooker's a throw completed to Hyatt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Hooker. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Hooker's going to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. On second down, this is Harris. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 35. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Hard throw, incomplete. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them, but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The numbers a week ago for Chase. 10 catches, 130 yards.
And one of the top receiving games in the league in week 1, and they're expecting those types of games from him each and every time out. They're going to need that from him if they want to make a move towards a league title.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And Burrow going to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From midfield now, Burrow. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Well, Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. First down throw here. It's Hooker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Hooker. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Now Hooker. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Fighting through pressure. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That one caught by Felton. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 3. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Hooker now on first down. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Hooker on first down. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Hooker. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, it's a short trip in the Sunshine State down to Miami, as the Dolphins are at home as well. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Javonte Williams. What a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
57 the mic. 57 the mic.
From the gun, it's Hooker. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. QB zone. Watch QB zone.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Cowboy 80. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your...
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Back to throw. Hooker. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Hooker. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He's
Come on. Hey, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Watch the screen.
Hooker now on second down. Forced out to his left. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again. Hooker. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. He'll let it fly for Austin. It got his man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Operating from the gun. Hooker. Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. Touchdown! Throwing to start the drive. Hooker. Buying time to his left. Crossing route he finds Likely. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hooker is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. He'll let it fly for Austin. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. Hooker to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Hooker. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Hooker. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Throwing, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Keely Ringo picks it off. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity.
18 Cardinal. See what you got. Check.
Throwing to start the drive. Hooker. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On 2nd down, Hooker. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime.